Carrie, you want to start? You introduce yourself first.
Yes, thanks so much, Lily. My name is Kara. I work with Uplift. I'm a marketing specialist and I'm based out of Ashe County, North Carolina. I'm in Lansing.
Hey, everybody. Lily, thank you for that incredible intro. Man, I feel like the bar just got set really high. So that's why I'm going to let Kara go first because she is the A team of the duet here. But it's great to see everybody and some familiar faces. And we just really appreciate it. I am a full-time communication director at Appalachian State University, part-time adjunct and PR and marketing person for Uplift, and I'm just happy to be here. And we're excited to dive in a little bit. And like Lily said, feel free to throw some questions in the chat. We'll definitely have some time at the end for a discussion, and hopefully we can dive in to help y'all along with your marketing and PR efforts. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Kara to kind of kick us off and get started.
Sounds good. Thank you. Okay, so we are going to start today by looking into the importance of social media and platform-specific strategies. So as we look through this, if you have any thoughts or questions, I'll have PJ monitor the chat for me. So if we have anything going on, we can address that. And then as well, I hope to leave you with just some good basic ideas and tips to get started and share some next steps with you at the end as well. So social media has really become this essential tool for festival promotion. It allows us to reach a very wide range of audiences while we create meaningful engagement. And so each social media platform offers different and unique opportunities to engage with our audiences. So by tailoring your approach to fit the strengths and the demographics of each platform, you can work to enhance visibility, drive ticket sales, and really just create an online community. And then additionally, the real-time interaction that social media provides creates this two-way communication channel with our followers. It allows us to receive immediate feedback and then respond to our audience's needs effectively. And so by taking this strategic approach, it not only elevates our promotional efforts, but it also really strengthens our connection with the community that we aim to serve. So I want to start by taking a closer look at Facebook in particular and its role in festival promotion. So Facebook offers several very powerful features such as event pages where we can provide detailed information about our festivals. We can manage RSVPs and enable sharing options for our audience. Additionally, we can utilize targeted ads here that focus on user demographics, interests, and behaviors, helping us to reach the right people more effectively. Facebook Live is another very valuable tool for festival planning. It allows us to share real-time streaming or behind-the-scenes content that everyone loves. This helps to keep our audience very engaged. Now, demographically, Facebook predominantly attracts users aged 25 to 54, but the fastest growing age group on Facebook is 45 to 65, and this makes it particularly effective for community building. This platform has a very strong presence in local communities. It's very ideal for promoting regional festivals. It's also important that we note that users on Facebook expect regular updates and engagement. So maintaining consistent interaction is very essential here for fostering a loyal following as well as maximizing our promotional efforts. Okay, now let's explore Instagram for a minute and its significance for festival promotion. So Instagram is particularly effective for sharing real-time updates through stories. This allows us to engage our followers with videos, interactive polls, questions. Additionally, we can really leverage Reels to showcase visual content that highlight the best moments of our festival. Now, on Instagram, aesthetic posts are key. So they help really capture the vibe and the atmosphere of our events, drawing in potential attendees. Demographically, Instagram is very popular among users 18 to 34, so it's a very ideal channel for reaching younger audiences. Now, younger users on social media really prioritize visual content. So this provides us a lot of opportunity here to create eye-catching imagery that resonates very well with this group. And then Instagram also boasts very high engagement rates. So this can significantly and boost our visibility through shares, through saves, helping to amplify our festival's reach and impact. Okay, now we're diving into TikTok, which TikTok can be a little bit daunting if you haven't used it before, you're not used to video creation, but it has a very unique role in festival promotion. TikTok is all about short form video content. It helps to foster creativity, it often leads to viral trends. It's just a very exciting platform for engaging audiences. Now, the ability here to integrate music as well allows us to create entertaining content that really resonates with younger users. Additionally, TikTok challenges invite user participation. They encourage content creation. This can really help to generate buzz around our festival. Now, demographically, TikTok primarily attracts users aged 16 to 28 who are drawn to trend-driven content. And so this platform is really characterized by strong engagement rates with users that are showing a preference for very authentic, very relatable material. So this is a great place to really showcase those behind the scenes moments as well. Ultimately, here, creativity and entertainment are key drivers of engagement on TikTok. So it's just a very fantastic avenue for showcasing the fun and vibrant spirit of our festival, as well as attracting younger audiences. Now, to continue on about younger audiences, though, to effectively engage them, it's really crucial here that we stay updated on trends that resonate with them. So like social media shifts or lifestyle changes, just aligning our festival messaging with their values. A lot of their values pertain to diversity, sustainability, and then considering partnering with influencers to amplify your message. Pre-festival events are also a great way to target this demographic to create that excitement before the event. Okay, now we'll take a quick look at LinkedIn. So let's just take a moment to look at LinkedIn and its relevance for festival promotion. So LinkedIn offers valuable professional network opportunities. It's an ideal platform if you would like to connect with potential sponsors or partners for your event. The content shared here really focuses on industry insights, trends, business-related topics, which can really help position your festival within the broader professional landscape. And so LinkedIn primarily attracts users 25 to 54. Many of them are decision makers or influencers in their own respective industries. So it's particularly suitable for B2B marketing. And then utilizing LinkedIn's events features can also help facilitate professional gatherings, workshops, or seminars related to your festival, or providing further opportunities for collaboration and engagement within the industry. So let's break down a few next steps just in detail in determining the best platforms for your audience and enhancing your festival's social media strategy. So first, it's very important that we determine the platform that's best suited for your audience. So here we can conduct thorough audience research utilizing analytics tools like Google Analytics or social media insights to really look through demographics, the psychographics, the interests, behaviors. We can look for patterns where your audience engages the most. Additionally, gathering feedback through surveys or reviews to really understand their unique preferences. You can also consider creating a test campaign on different platforms to kind of measure engagement levels and discover which channels are yielding the best results for you. We would also recommend that one of the next steps be to just complete an audit of your current accounts. So just conduct a comprehensive audit of your existing social media accounts by reviewing each platform to really assess the effectiveness of your current content, looking at your engagement rates or your branding consistency. By doing this, you can identify any gaps in information or engagement, such as missing details on your event pages, or maybe there's a lack of interaction somewhere with followers. And then make necessary updates to improve your clarity and your consistency across all accounts. This is also a great opportunity as well to just conduct a SWOT analysis and a competitor analysis as well. Look at what other festivals are doing and what's working. Third, we have develop a social media content calendar. So if this is not something that you're already doing, I would really recommend starting with this. Planning and scheduling your posts effectively is so important. You can start by mapping out key dates that are relevant to your festival, such as ticket sales, lineup announcements, or promotional events. Using tools, and there's a lot of free tools as well for this, such as Buffer or Metricool. I use Metricool for Uplift. It helps to create a very organized calendar that you can manage easily. And then decide on various content types. Try promotional posts, behind the scenes videos, interactive polls, and then start setting up a regular posting frequency that will help to keep your audience engaged and mark important dates to ensure that you're sharing content timely. And then we want to optimize our event pages on Facebook and Instagram. So just ensure your event pages are very informative, they're engaging. Conduct a detailed review of your Facebook and your Instagram pages, focusing on very clear event details, what's going to happen, the location, ticketing options, and make sure you're incorporating your branding into this as well. It's important to incorporate relevant SEO keywords to improve discoverability. You can, if you're not great with SEO or you're not sure where to start with SEO, you can use some tools. There's one called Moz. It's Mozz. And it has some free options to help you generate SEO keywords you can use. Grammarly will also help you generate SEO. But this will just help your discoverability on search engines as well. And then enable features like RSVP options on your event pages. Encourage comments to foster engagement. And then just make sure that you're regularly updating these pages with new information and engaging content as well. Okay, another good place to start is to use a Google Sheets just to create a basic lead list. Create a list of potential partners and influencers that you want to reach out to. You can use Google Sheets to organize this list, include contact information, social media profiles, notes on their relevance to your festival. So here we're researching potential collaborators whose audience aligns with your brand or your festival, and then prioritizing those who share similar values and goals. You can also use Canva to help you create a visual pitch document to really highlight the benefits of this partnership to share with potential partners. And then finally, we want to monitor and analyze our engagement metrics. So just regularly tracking and analyzing your engagement to work to refine your strategies. So the great thing about using a social media planner such as Metricool is it collects all this data for you. So you really just have to look at it and analyze it. You want to look at some social media insights and platform-specific analytics to measure what's working, such as are you getting likes, shares, comments, what are your ticket sales like? And then you can just use a Google Sheets again to just document these metrics to identify any trends or areas for improvement. And then based on your analysis, we always just want to be prepared to adjust our content and strategies to really enhance audience engagement and overall performance. So now that we've discussed some social media platform strategies, we're going to take a look into building a festival brand and building attendance. So there's several elements that go into using marketing to build attendance. So I've highlighted some important ones here, but to effectively build attendance for your festival, it's very essential to establish a strong brand that truly resonates with your target audience. And so this means crafting a unique identity that really reflects the festival's values and atmosphere. And so you can also here implement targeted advertising campaigns that will help you reach specific demographics effectively, just really ensuring that your message lands in front of the right people. And then additionally, developing promotions and special offers can always incentivize early ticket sales and encourage attendance. And collaborating with local businesses and influencers is another key strategy here because these partnerships can help you reach and create buzz around your event. So by focusing on these elements all together, we can work to really significantly boost and enhance the overall festival experience. So let's start by looking at building a strong festival brand. So this really just starts with clearly defining your mission, your vision, your unique selling propositions, and your purpose for the event. And these elements will just kind of guide you through everything that you do to help set you apart from other events. Next, it's really crucial that you create a cohesive visual identity. This includes things such as logos, color schemes, typography that really reflect your festival's personality. And then additionally, developing compelling storytelling techniques will help you to connect emotionally with your audience, just making your festival more relatable and more memorable overall. And then finally, we always want to remember when working with branding that consistency is key. So applying your branding across all marketing channels to ensure you have that recognition and really reinforce your festival's identity in the minds of your audience. So by focusing on these aspects, you can work to start creating a strong and recognizable festival brand that really resonates with your attendees. Now we're looking at targeted advertising and strategic partnerships. These are great for maximizing your festival's visibility. So we can start by utilizing our data-driven insights to really craft targeted advertising campaigns on social media that really speak directly to your audience. Collaborating with local businesses and influencers here can really amplify your reach. These partnerships allow for mutual promotion and enhanced visibility. It's also important to identify key demographics of your audience to really tailor your advertising messages and promotions effectively, ensuring that you're reaching the right group. And then don't hesitate to experiment here as well with ad formats. You can try different formats such as videos, carousel ads, really just to optimize your engagement and capture your audience's attention. Now, engaging with your community is very vital for building a loyal festival audience. So we can do things here like start by hosting local events or outreach initiatives to really foster a sense of connection and involvement. Utilize your social media accounts to create discussions, share updates, properly respond to all inquiries. Just make your audience feel very heard and very valued. I know when I'm looking for an event, I've heard about an event, I'm really excited for an event, and then I go to their social media pages and they haven't made an update since 2017, and it is so frustrating because I want them to get me so excited about the event every day. I want details, I want pictures, I want to know where to park. I just want to know what to expect. So updating your information and your communication regularly for engagement, it's so important. Collecting feedback through surveys and polls is important for understanding your audience's preferences, and then improving future events as well. Show appreciation for the feedback you're receiving by implementing suggestions that are made or clearly communicating any changes that you make. So this not only strengthens your relationship with the community, but it also enhances just the overall festival experience, ensuring that your attendees feel very invested in your event. Okay, now let's take a look at a few next steps for getting started on building your brand and attendance. And just keeping in mind that these are just some getting started steps, and that all of these elements will come together to help get you to the final outcome successfully. So to effectively build attendance for your festival, you can start by just using Canva to create a comprehensive branding guide. So if you go to Canva and type in branding guide, it'll bring up a template and tell you what to do. So this guide should really outline your core elements, such as your mission, your purpose, your target audience, and then ensure that these elements are integrated into your visual identity as well. If your festival is tied closely with the nature of your business, then it makes sense to align these two. So, for instance, if you have a nature business and then you have an outdoor festival, then it makes sense to possibly align the colors or the text or something. But if it's very different or it's separate from the nature of your business, then it makes sense to create a new branding for your festival, to really create a unique festival identity and to reach a broader audience that you wouldn't necessarily reach through just your business accounts. And then next, we want to identify key demographics to tailor your marketing efforts. So utilizing tools such as SurveyMonkey or Google Forms to really gather insights directly from your audience. Analyze your social media metrics and your feedback, and conduct a competitor analysis to really better understand what appeals to your target market. Just spend a few minutes looking online at other festivals like yours through their websites or through their social media accounts, and see if you can determine what's working and what's not working. And then a good start for ticket sales when we get to that point is just considering to design and promote early buyer tickets with using strong calls to action across your social media channels, your email marketing campaigns, and your website. This really highlights the benefits of purchasing tickets early. It creates an urgency and helps to drive sales. And then lastly, just engaging in partnerships with local businesses to expand your reach. So reach out personally to potential partners. Craft personalized messages that really clearly outline the mutual benefits of collaboration. Like we talked about a minute ago, you can use Canva to easily create a professional pitch deck and documentation that just clearly communicates your ideas. And then be sure to integrate your branding into all of these documents as well. You can actually save your branding elements on Canva too, which is great. That's why Canva is so great. You can save them so you don't have to continue to update and spend time updating them every single time. And so just by following these starting steps, we can work to really enhance our marketing efforts and boost attendance for our festivals. So thank you all so much for your attention and just allowing me to be here with you today. I'm going to pass things off to PJ now, where he will discuss with us marketing efforts for revitalizing our festivals as well as enhancing the experience.
Awesome, Kara. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that I get access to your notes, so I'm not having to write everything down, because I would be writing down a lot of this stuff. So thank you. So Kara kind of took us through the social media, the marketing, the promotional. Now we're going to touch on kind of the revitalizing of your festival. So whether you have a festival or event that has been a popular town staple for years, or you're embarking upon a new, soon-to-be famous celebration. I know one of our attendees talked about this being like the third year. So, this is just as important to revitalize, whether it's just starting out or whether it's been a great event for a while. But blending innovation, sustainability, and community engagement can really help bring some added life to your festivities. So first, embrace innovation and technology, and this enhances the attendee experiences. So you can integrate like think about augmented reality to create those immersive experiences that might blend the digital with the physical world. This allows attendees to explore interactive exhibits, maybe participate in some virtual competitions or mobile apps that can really streamline the event. User experience, you can offer schedules and interactive maps, maybe some special deals, real-time announcements for event goers, and then contactless payments not only enhance the convenience, but also improve speed and security at entry points. I know for us, Woolly Worm is a big event up in Banner Elk, maybe not so much this year, but in years past. And I know that for me, the first year we went, we waited in line for like 30 to 45 minutes just to get in the door. And then we realized that we could buy stuff ahead of time and we were able to go right through. So those contactless payments or even those in advance bookings is always helpful to have that as an option. Next, prioritizing sustainability initiatives to attract the eco-conscious audiences. Sustainability is not just a trend, but it's a necessity for all aspects of community engagement, including festivals. Implementing waste reduction strategies such as providing recycling bins, encouraging reusable cups or containers. This can all significantly lessen the environmental impact. Utilizing renewable energy resources, maybe solar panels for power needs. This showcases a commitment to those green practices. And then maybe promoting as close to zero food waste or combining this with compost bins if it's relevant to the waste is another great way to support that sustainability initiative. Next, rebuilding community connections through targeted outreach and involvement. This really strengthens the ties with the local community, and that can make festivals more meaningful, more rooted in the community, establish partnerships with local businesses to offer attendees unique local flavors, local products, and that also boosts the regional economy. And then volunteer programs. By developing those, that allows locals to contribute to the festival's success, also fosters that sense of ownership and pride. Really community-driven content like local artists, if they're hosting workshops, that can also engage residents. So creating a festival branded local badge, I know Kara talked about the branding, but if you had something that was like maybe communities specific to the local, I know Brenda's got the event in Lenore this weekend. So if it was like Lenore local, that way as people are coming through, they really know who's from that area that's supporting the event, and that really showcases your commitment to supporting local. And then creating engaging interactive experiences that leave a lasting impact. So be sure to incorporate participatory events at the festival. It could be photo booths or sponsored make your own kids arts crafts stations. I know my kiddos, they love that kind of thing. It could be for the adults tasting sessions with local wineries, breweries, distilleries, or even restaurants. That provides great opportunities for attendees to leave with lasting memories. So now that we've discussed some ways to revitalize the festival, let's talk a little bit about possible enhancements. So one, introducing new activities and entertainment options that resonate with attendees. So it could be new games, new competitions, maybe a rodeo, additional live music. I know for my family and I, when we lived out west, we used to attend the annual Gallatin County Fair every August. It was like the highlight of the end of the summer. And they hosted a local Roundup Ranch rodeo. And it included some fairly entertaining events, including team sorting, branch block riding, team doctoring, and of course, the fan favorite was wild cow milking. And there's nothing like that. I'm telling you, this was something people would come from all over Southwest Montana just to see the ranchers and the wild cow milking. So I'll leave it at that. Another thing is to create immersive environments that could enhance the festival atmosphere. This one's similar to the revitalization, but offering some curated experiences like wine or beer tasting, cheese tasting, art workshops, kids woodworking, maybe learn how to line dance or square dance, something else that is great to get participants involved with more than just the rides, the deep fried foods, and the games. Another thing is to provide ample opportunities for social sharing throughout the event site. I know for us, if I've been to some events in the past where you're attending a large function and you attempt to share like a little video or a photo and you can't send it because everybody's on either the cell phone towers or Wi-Fi. So think about adding capacity or bandwidth to allow festival goers access to usable Wi-Fi, along with several shareable points of interest that allow positive exposure for your event. Consider attendee convenience by improving logistics and accessibility. So think about whether you have enough parking. Do you have shuttles for those that are parking far away? Is there room for those with accessibility issues to park nearby? Or maybe consider having a local organization volunteer or a nonprofit to offer valet parking or maybe golf cart shuttles. And is there more than one way in and out? Is it safe in case of an emergency for large numbers of people to exit without bottlenecks? All right, let's talk a little bit about technology integration. We briefly touched on this, but utilizing mobile apps for schedules, maps, and real-time announcements. Think through how your audience, or even a specific segment, maybe like a younger audiences, engage with events today. If you have the ability to create a mobile app or maybe register your event on something like Hova, Eventzilla, Festivality, these can really be great ways to offer mobile ticketing, amusement ride passes, as well as participate in audience judging. Maybe it's like a rodeo or 4-H competition or a culinary competition. Also implement contactless payment solutions to enhance attendee convenience. Think about the user experience here. Maybe you require vendors to all use the same payment system like Square so that attendees can pay with their phone through like Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, Afterpay, something like that. Also explore virtual and augmented reality options for unique immersive experiences. Virtual tours, experiences for those with either mobility issues or if they can't travel. Interactive elements with augmented reality glasses, such as 3D animations, maybe holiday themed activities. Think about what if you could offer a haunted house through augmented reality without having to set up all the areas and all the fake blood and everything else. There's also interactive scavenger hunts, games, and fully immersive concerts. I saw something recently where it was an augmented reality candlelight concert where you put on the glasses and it feels like you're in like this massive, beautiful church with candles everywhere, and it's like this symphony. And I just thought that'd be a really just kind of different way for some people to interact with your event. And then using data analytics to gather insights on attendee behavior and preferences. I know Kara touched on this a little bit, but maybe you can partner with a provider that tracks spending or mobile activity to get a snapshot of who is attending the festival at various times or on specific days. I know that Logan, I think, talked about a 4-day festival. Maybe there's certain days of the festival where you have certain segments that are coming to your festival. So you might also be able to offer interactive surveys with touch screen kiosks or through the mobile app to gain valuable insights from your guests. And keep in mind that, this should be fun, or maybe offer a value added if you can, maybe something toward amusement rides or ticket vouchers, something like that for their time and input. All right, so sustainability initiatives that can really help with creating an environmentally responsible event that resonates with attendees and the broader community as a whole. So implementing waste reduction strategies such as recycling and composting, being able to set those systems up is essential. You could start by strategically placing clearly labeled bins throughout the festival area and making sure that they're easily accessible. I know I've seen events in the past where they're kind of over in the corner and so nobody's using them. It's also important to use distinctive signage so that not everything winds up in the same bin, which could have inevitably wind up in the landfill. So it's also good to partner with vendors that prioritize sustainable products or practices. Maybe you offer them an incentive to be a vendor. So if they're committing to eco-friendly practices, maybe they use biodegradable packaging or locally sourced ingredients or sustainable materials. You could also encourage vendors to feature organic merchandise or locally produced farm foods, maybe without major processing. And then be sure to communicate your sustainability efforts to attendees to enhance that brand loyalty that Kara talked about. So by effectively communicating your sustainability initiatives that boost that loyalty, that trust, you can utilize social media platforms and share your efforts before, during, after the event. And on site, maybe use some digital screens or some sort of materials to inform attendees about your sustainability goals. You could also utilize the mobile app for announcements that highlights what you're doing and what you've been able to accomplish. And that could encourage attendees to participate as well. And then set measurable sustainability goals and report your progress transparently. Maybe we want to reduce waste this year by a certain percentage or increase recycling rates. And then after the event, be sure to report those results to attendees and all stakeholders through newsletters, social media, or the festival website. And this transparency not only builds that trust, but also motivates further engagement. So speaking of engagement, talking a little bit more about community engagement, where Kara had started, it's great to involve local artists, maybe some local farmers or ranchers, performers, and that helps to strengthen the community pride and engagement within this special event. Not only enriches the cultural offerings, but also strengthens that community pride. By showcasing the homegrown talent, festivals can really provide a platform for local artists to gain exposure, maybe connect with new audiences, and this collaboration can create that sense of ownership and proud to be from a specific community. You could also host pre-festival events. And that helps to build the excitement and engage the local community leading up to the event. And that builds anticipation. Could be pop-up performances or art showcases or panel discussions. That can all serve as a preview of the festival and help generate that buzz. And they also offer an opportunity for communities to participate in the festival's narrative, and that again fosters that sense of belonging. Another thing is to create volunteer opportunities that encourage local participation. By establishing a strong volunteer program that really gets the local community involved, you could identify specific roles that benefit from volunteer support and maybe development of recruitment strategy through local channels like your churches, community centers, schools, social media. And then maybe you could offer incentives like free festival passes, merchandise for college kids. Maybe it's resume experience if they're helping to develop a specific aspect of the special event. And then special recognition is always good too. So I know that for App State, it seems like there's clubs and organizations that sometimes can really step up during these types of events. So you could also partner with local businesses, nonprofits, community groups for cross promotion and additional outreach, and that extends the festival's reach and impact. These collaborations can involve co-hosting events, sharing marketing efforts, creating joint initiatives that all align with the festival's theme. And that also can bring mutual benefits because it drives traffic to the local businesses and also the other organizations that are assisting. All right, securing sponsorship. So, thinking about how to make your festival more sustainable, you could identify potential sponsors that align with your festival's purpose and values. By finding sponsors that align with your values and your goals is just as important because it creates that cohesive experience for the festival goers. So maybe you start by creating that persona or sponsorship profile that outlines your ideal sponsor based on the event's mission and audiences. And then from there, you can help really promote the sponsorships through festival communication channels, networking, local chambers, and the festival website. You also want to craft compelling sponsorship proposals. So, inevitably, you're selling this opportunity to your sponsors in order to add value to the venue, your audiences, the community. It also aids in allowing the festival to have sustainability in the future. So while being ethical in your language, also make it fun, keep it positive, think about the benefits from a business perspective. How many sets of eyes will see the sponsor's message or the booth? And do you offer any creative assistance or Do you partner with a local creative agency to help with signage or sponsorship branding? And then is the sponsorship for one specific event or the whole weekend? And is there a specific audience that will see the message, or is it for everyone? And then also building relationships with sponsors is really important, especially for long-term, um, growth. So in your messaging, be sure to show your appreciation, like Kara talked about, helps to keep the community tradition going, and also supports the local community while keeping its brand and message current and relevant with various audiences. And you could also incorporate maybe a sliding value added offering. For example, maybe you offer this year's sponsorship rate for next year if they agree to commit to a couple of years, or maybe with a higher sponsorship amount, it includes more benefits. So there could be additional inclusion in a mobile app, or regular announcements, or regular deals. So, and then inclusion in festival signage throughout the venue and online, like social media or on the website. And then including nonprofit organizations is also a great way, whether it's free or at a lower cost. It's a great way to give back to the community. Maybe you offer a free exhibit or tent space for up to, say, like 10 nonprofits. That allows them to raise awareness of their offerings. Or you could also create a program, so what called Help a Partner, where maybe paid sponsorships can include supporting a nonprofit, or maybe there's some other joint benefit for the nonprofits. Could also include waived entry fees for the nonprofit to compete in something like a chili cook-off or a bake-off. I know one idea that I remember as a kid growing up was we would have these cakewalks at these special events. And so maybe you have it where the supporters bake cakes and the participants pay to enter. You know how the cakewalk works, where the music plays and then stops. Whoever's on that specific numbers wins the cake, and getting to support local schools, have another fun activity, involve the families, and who doesn't love cake? If you don't, that's totally fine, but I think most people do. And then creative and unique sponsorship opportunities within the festival. So there's many ways to increase the number of sponsors for a festival without watering down the messaging. Maybe one idea is to include a race, like a 5 or 10K race, and offer a sponsorship for each age category. Or you could combine the race with, I've always wanted to do this, have like a coffee and donut tasting event at the end. So I know it's maybe it counteracts that like healthy people who are racing, but you could also have like something where all the racers finish and there's coffee and donuts and giveaways, and just another opportunity for additional sponsorship ideas. Maybe you have reusable coffee cups and there's a sponsor for that, or recycling or compost sponsors. 4-H sponsors, local baker sponsors, different things like that. All right, so as we're starting to wrap things up here, let's talk a little bit more about collecting and utilizing that feedback. So developing a structured and fun feedback collection system. And I know Kara touched on this a bit, but having something that's engaging and easy to use will really encourage more attendees to participate and make the process fun, whether it's interactive surveys, maybe it's like a game, or creative QR codes that can really increase your response rate and receive more genuine insights. And it makes feedback gathering more efficient, also leaves a lasting impression on your attendees, showing that their opinions are valued and integral to the festival's success. And they're more likely to share it while in the moment, or days after, versus asking something weeks down the road where they may not. They've moved on. They're on to something else. Also analyzing the feedback to identify needs, trends, and areas for improvement. So having that systematic analysis to help uncover hidden patterns or trends that might not have been immediately obvious. So for examples, what if a lot of people mentioned that the sound quality wasn't there, or they missed something, or the mobile app wasn't updating in real time? That will highlight a clear area for improvement. But really focusing on that data-driven approach that ensures that decisions are made on actual attendee experiences, and that'll lead to more effective enhancements. And then communicating to the attendees and sponsors about how the feedback will be used to shape future events. Transparency, of course, is always great. It really builds that trust and strengthens the relationships with both the attendees and sponsors. Through direct communication, organizers can demonstrate their commitment to continuous improvement. And this not only encourages ongoing engagement from the community, but also reassures sponsors that their investment is being wisely used to create a thriving and responsive festival environment. And then finally, regular engagement with your community throughout the year, that really kind of keeps the event top of mind, maintains those relationships, kind of helps to maintain a pulse on audience preferences. You can maybe host some small events or online discussions with festival stakeholders to keep the festival brand active. This ongoing dialogue really allows organizers to gather fresh insights and adapt strategies proactively. And regular interaction also fosters that sense of belonging and that loyalty among attendees, ensuring that when the festival returns, it feels very natural and like it's been top of mind throughout the year. All right, so let's look at some next steps. So first is embracing innovation and technology. Elevate the attendee engagement through interactive mobile apps, virtual experiences, and this ensures seamless information access and entertainment. Next is to champion sustainability initiatives. It's really important to implement eco-friendly practices across the festival operations wherever it's relevant, whether it's waste management, vendor selection, and that highlights your commitment to the environment. And then again, just continuing that strengthening of community ties, by engaging local stakeholders through art, music, businesses that fosters a sense of pride and ownership among attendees, and then enhancing the attendee experience, introduce some new activities or curate experiences that encourage participation, and that also creates lasting memories, and people, of course, will want to come back year after year. And then engaging stakeholders throughout the year, ongoing relationships with the community through regular communication that just keeps that festival brand vibrant and top of mind. And then don't forget to optimize logistics, whether it's accessibility or just that overall satisfaction for your attendees.